Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker. She's someone who has been an integral part of our successful Family and Consumer Sciences program since joining the faculty in 1994. Dr. Norma Nealeigh teaches courses in family and consumer science education, human services, and lifespan wellness. She's been active in more than a dozen professional organizations throughout her career, and she frequently authors articles for professional publications. Her work has led to a variety of awards for service, teaching, and innovation. Dr. Nealeigh is a native of Hitchcock County in southwest Nebraska. She earned a doctorate in human environmental sciences from Oklahoma State University in 1992, after earning a bachelor's degree from Kearney State and a master's degree from UNL. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Norma Nealeigh.
Well, first off, let me say that this talk will probably be either very quiet or very short. So yesterday I developed laryngitis and could not speak at all. So I'm so happy to be here this morning to be able to talk with you. Wouldn't it be cool if we all knew sign language? Then I could just sign and you could know what I said. I don't. President Park, Vice President Veith, Drs. Krause and Snare, Mr. Bagansky, my fellow professors, family and friends of the graduates and graduate candidates. Thank you for the invitation to present the message to the master's candidates this year. This is a very special year for graduates because it is the centennial year of Chadron State College. In 1911, 100 years ago, this college was founded. In thinking about the history of the college, I find it interesting that the first president of Chadron State Normal School was President Sparks, S-P-A-R-K-S, and the president 100 years later is President Park, P-A-R-K. Coincidence? When looking through the list of master's candidates today, I recognize names of students in some of my graduate courses. All of these courses have been online, not on campus. Since you never actually saw me, and I was careful not to post a photo, I hoped you imagined that I was young, blonde, and beautiful. So today you can see that you were right. I want you to know that it was a great pleasure to teach your graduate classes. Enjoyed it very, very much. In preparing this message for today, my mind took off in many directions without focus. Someone told me I should have a theme for this message, so I have a theme. The theme is random thoughts. I have three random thoughts to share with you today. 1, I hope you have a crisis. 2, work hard. And 3, make a difference. Random thought 1, I hope you have a crisis. 5 years ago today, I was receiving a chemotherapy treatment at Mayo Hospital in Phoenix, Arizona. It was my 4th such treatment, so I was already without hair, without eyelashes, and without eyebrows. I had been diagnosed with ovarian cancer in January 2006. My local doctor had patted my knee and said, "I'm so sorry, but when it's our time to go, it's our time to go." At that point, I knew I was in a crisis. Thanks to skilled and caring surgeons and the love of family and friends, especially Raj and my sisters who would not let me go, I'm still here. But my crisis changed some things. I had lost 30 pounds in 6 months during the chemo. I determined that was about the only perk to having cancer. I decided that for health reasons, when I got better, I would not regain the unneeded pounds I had carried around before. I changed what I was eating from a seafood diet to a diet based on the principles in the book, The China Study by T. Colin Campbell, which was followed later by the book In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan. Those principles are: eat food, not too much, mostly plants. And by the way, thanks to Dr. Sutliff for putting me in touch with those books. I also started moving my body more. Thanks to Maggie's yoga class, Jill's intense exercise class, Jamie's Tai Chi class, and Mother Nature's hiking trails, I have managed to move a bit more. And by the way, those classes were not all during the same semester. Beyond the weight and body composition, I wanted to be healthier in all, in all aspects of my life: my relationships, my emotions, my pastimes, my spiritual life, my relationship with the earth and the environment, and even my finances. My interest began to focus on wellness in its many dimensions. Today I teach a course called Lifespan Wellness. Some of you may have taken that course. My crisis brought about change. I know that many of you have had a crisis. I've had graduate students in my classes in the last 3 years who have experienced serious illness, the death of a loved one, and divorce. A crisis often brings about change. Sometimes that change helps us focus on what is really important in our lives. Sometimes that change helps focus our gaze on things we value. So why do we wait for a crisis to make life-enhancing changes? I hope you have a crisis, but I hope it is a crisis of wellness. I hope you make those life-enhancing choices today, this year, and thus perhaps prevent the devastation that a health crisis or a relationship crisis can cause. Let today be your day of wellness. Last year there was a movie called Eat, Pray, Love. In thinking of wellness, we could theoretically say that eat is a part of the physical dimension of wellness. Pray is a part of the spiritual dimension of wellness. And love is a part of the emotional dimension of wellness. We might add a few more verbs as well. Think, a part of the intellectual dimension of wellness. Work, a part of the occupational dimension of wellness. Save, a part of the financial dimension of wellness. Volunteer, a part of the social dimension of wellness. And reduce, reuse, recycle, a part of the environmental dimension of wellness. If we made a wellness movie, it might be eat, pray, love, think, work, save, volunteer, and love the earth. I was also thinking the verbs for a graduate student movie. I think that movie might be eat, pray, love, study, 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 and pray some more. What verbs will you choose for your wellness movie, for your wellness journey? Wellness is not about being perfect. It is about making choices on our journey, whatever our circumstances in life. Choose your verbs. I hope you have a crisis, a wellness crisis. Random thought 2, work hard. This college and your professors expect great things of you. Whatever your vocation, we expect you to work hard and to give your best effort. We expect you to leave it all on the field. I love my work. If you surveyed the professors here this morning, I'm pretty sure 100% of them would say that they love their work. They put more time and energy into their work than most will ever know. They leave it all on the field. A few years ago on the Arizona Diamondbacks baseball team, there was a left fielder named Eric Burns. Burns is one of a few players to have 50 stolen bases and 20 home runs in one season, a feat that he accomplished in the year 2007. He played with heart and guts. He gave every game everything he had. He would dive for grounders, and he would slide into base every chance he got. His uniform was so dirty at the end of each game that his teammates gave him a nickname taken from the Peanuts cartoon strip. They called him Pigpen. I hope each of you works so hard that you leave it all on the field, regardless of what others call you. And random thought 3, make a difference. You have earned your master's degree, so it is time to determine, if you haven't already, what difference you will make in your family, in your community, in the world. Make a difference for your family by continuing to learn and being an example of a lifelong learner. Eat, pray, love, and learn. Make a difference in your community by using your leadership skills in local organizations, whether that be in governmental, social, or religious organizations. Eat, pray, love, and lead. Make a difference for our environment, both local and global. Stop using plastic, grow a garden, walk to work, be informed. Eat, pray, love, and compost. You have the knowledge, you have the strength, you have the integrity to make a difference, so do it. With apologies to Robert Frost and begging the indulgence of the faculty and graduate candidates' families and friends, in closing, I would like to share a poem with the graduate candidates. The Roads You've Taken. Some roads diverged in a burned pine wood, and sorry you could not travel all and be classmates forever. Long you stood and looked down one as far as you could to where it bent by the waterfall. Then some took paths which were quite fair, and some took paths which had the better claim, because they were grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. And all that Saturday equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, you planned to be back on another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted that you would ever come back. Faculty will tell this with a smile. Some were ages and ages hence. Some roads diverged in a wood, and we'll all think of you and smile and pray you are making a difference. Congratulations, graduates. Choose your verbs, and may your journey be full of love and peace. Thank you.